All right, guys, what up? Let's kick off week 7. But first thing first, how did round 6 go for us? Jornada 6. My record as far as leans. Again, I try to bet almost everything that I put out. I don't want to give you guys, I don't want to mislead anybody. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to guys to tell you what I'm doing and what I think you should do. But on my final record ended up being 7, 11, and 4. Not exactly. I mean, we could probably say it was at a slight loss, but more than likely we broke even. You know, I try to usually most of my plays, I try to make them plus money if I can. If not, I can't always get plus money on some of the totals. So got a couple minuses in there, but for the most part, our weekend we broke even. 7, 11, 4 pushes because some of them were just plus ones, plus one on the goals. So really we got our money back on the pushes, so we could really say this record was 11 and 11. So not exactly in profit, not exactly in a loss. We're kind of just stable, but we're here to go make round 7 a profitable week. I'm warning you guys right now for Friday's card. The first 3 games, there's 3 games on Friday, and it has 3 favorites that not all of them should be favorites, but again, it's one of those things where you got some favorites that are kind of more, they are heavier favorites, and we're not just going to parlay those 3 favorites or nothing like that. We're not going to run favorites, at least not on all of them. Just to give you guys a heads up, we're not going to run favorites on all 3 on Friday. We're going to try to find the parlay busters, which ones are going to mess up that parlay. That's where we're going to make our money, because more than likely we're going to get way better odds just trying to find the parlay buster than to try and parlay 3 big favorites. On to our second game for Friday night. Mazatlan at home, Santos coming in. And I know in my America Necaxa prediction video, I completely ragged on Santos, and they deserve it. They're at the bottom of the table, so it is what it is. This is the worst team in the league officially. But here's the thing. I'm playing Santos draw, and I know that has you guys kind of scratching your head a little bit. Trust me, I get it. But I don't think Mazatlan should be worth paying minus 145. I just don't think they're priced correctly. Can they win? Yeah, I think they probably will win if I'm being quite honest. But at home, the record, they have 1 win, two losses, and a draw at home. That's how their home games have gone. That doesn't warrant a minus 145 price. That's simply the only reason I'm playing it, guys. This is just math at this point. This isn't, I'm kind of taking the game out of it, or at least from what I'm seeing on TV out of it. I'm kind of taking that away from it. So this is just math at this point. Mazatlan is not a minus 145 favorite. I'd rather have 2 out of the 3 outcomes of this game with plus money. I think a draw looks alive. Santos has 0, 0, and 6. They've lost all 6 of their games. Absolutely horrendous. I think they get a draw or a win at some point, and we might as well be on the plus side of things for that. Against Mazatlan, who's a team they're not exactly middle of the table. They're more towards the bottom of the table than they are in the middle. So if Santos is going to get any type of positive result, it's probably going to be in this game. So for me, I'm playing Santos draw on the double chance plus 114. If the same Santos shows up that showed up last week, they're going to get scored on. So I would not be surprised if Mazatlan gets 3 goals by themselves, because they are more than capable to, even though they just got shut out by Pumas. I think they get back at home and at least score for their fans at home. And I also think our both teams to score play looks alive. I know it didn't look alive with a Mazatlan team. And again, this is just my luck too, or anybody's luck, but this is more of my luck, I think, because when Mazatlan was playing Pumas, I told you guys, Mazatlan has not been shut out in any game. They've at least scored 1 in all of their games. And right when I say that, they get shut out by Pumas 1-0 in such a boring, lackluster game that I didn't even watch, but I was shocked by the damn result. So, hey, Mazatlan got shut out in 1 of their games out of 6. Out of 6 games, they only got shut out in 1. Just my luck. The one game where I happen to say they haven't been shut out. So I don't think they get shut out on this one. That Santos defense is just horrendous. Santos continues to lose. They continue to get scored on. And if Mazatlan is going to win this, it's probably going to be on a 2-1. And even if Mazatlan does win this 2-1, I'm perfectly fine with it. That means my over hits and my both teams to score hits. So I'm perfectly fine with this game being 2-1. But I think this game is going to be more like 2-2, if I'm being quite honest, because both teams have just been shown that they can get scored on. Santos probably a lot more, though. That defense is horrendous. Goalkeeper made a mistake. They were this close to getting a positive result in Necaxa. I know they were looking for a win, but they could have at least gone home with a draw and gotten 1 point. At least get some points on the table. This team has no points. 6 games, 0 points. So out of the 18 possible points that Santos can have, they still have 0, which is absolutely horrendous. It's disgusting. I think Santos can at least get a positive score in this game. Even if it's 1-1, I'm perfectly fine with it. Again, very possible. This is just a math game too at this point. So it all depends on the score. All depends on the score, and we're gonna see where our profit lands for Friday night.